Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. With Team of the Year only one day away now, we need to set the schedule straight. What Team of the Year cards are going to be released in packs and when, including the Team of the Year icons. We're going to discuss all that today, guys, because this 2-week promo of Team of the Year has a lot of moving parts inside of it. But guys, we have to look at the leaks because my goodness, these are some of the biggest leaks I have ever seen. We're talking about icons that we haven't seen for years coming back into the game. Maybe EA giving out one of the biggest icons in the game and an evolution kind of inspired by him. Guys, there's so much. It is absolutely mental. We got to talk about it. If you're excited for the video, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. Let's start with yesterday's content first, not to get too far ahead of ourselves. We had day 2 of the warm-up promo, which of course, another day to get these warm-up rush objectives done. But most importantly, make sure you work on the daily login. Don't forget it or you will regret it, as they say. Now, we did not have any evolutions content yesterday, but we did have some more stuff in SBCs. Of course, we're getting one big player SBC every single day. And yesterday, it was Patrick Vieira. Personally, I don't think this is a bad SBC. It doesn't look as cool because we know there's players with probably 2 and 3 for the Team of the Year playstyle pluses incoming. But for 15 squads, which remember, for an icon SBC, it's more like 12 or 13 because you start with the 2 bronze and silver squads here. Moving up to 389 rated squads, it's only coming in at a price. I say only. It's only coming in at 1.2 mil, guys. And actually, fodder on the high tier is dropping because people aren't doing the icon player picks as much, and these SBCs are starting to go down in price. He was 1.4 when he first came out, now 1.2. We're going to talk about fodder a little bit later, but I think this SBC is good. If you want Vieira, that's the key. If you just want Vieira to use in your ultimate team, I think this is a good SBC. The upvote, downvote for this one on Footbin is 77% upvoted. So if you want his card, I think this is an SBC that you can very easily craft during Team of the Year. There's really not a whole lot else to say about it. You know who you're getting. You're getting a top tier, upper echelon, center defensive mid player who's going to make every tackle, intercept every pass, and just be an absolute tank while being at least decent passing and dribbling wise too. So we love that SBC yesterday. If you love Vieira, I'm probably going to skip that because I think there's bigger and better SBCs that I would like to do, but that's kind of my take on it. We also had the 87 plus campaign mix pick yesterday, guys. Personally, I'm not touching any of these until we start opening our packs this Friday for the first part of Team of the Year. It is nice that they upped the rating, but there's no winter wildcards in this. But however, some people get really good pulls from this, so it's worth a try if you want to give it a shot. Probably later this weekend, 83, 85 rated squads. It's pretty cheap. Now, the most important pack of yesterday was the 83.5 midfielder. Now, you're like, Nate, why have you not done these yet? There's no hurry to do them. Guys, don't spend your unneeded or unnecessary 83s and 84s in this because you can wait to do all 3 of these SBCs until after Friday. These are going to be still out until Saturday's content drop. That's when they will expire. So you can wait to do these, save your fodder that's very overpriced now, and then of course open a couple of packs on the weekend and have plenty of fodder to do these without even thinking about it. So that's my tip to you guys. It's easier to save these. In my opinion, the midfielders don't come out in packs first anyway. Now, the last SBC to mention from yesterday was this Team of the Year warm-up challenge, which gives a mega pack. And right now, with fodder as expensive as it is, especially on the lower tier, 84s are 3,500 coins per card. Definitely do this SBC. You might pack some 83s, 4s, and 5s that you keep in your club, or maybe you pack them and you want to sell them because they're selling for a lot. So that's actually a sneaky good SBC, and it's really easy to do. The last thing from yesterday's content was a brand new Team of the Week, which Team of the Weeks don't carry that much excitement now, of course, especially since EA is just now starting to give most of them playstyle pluses. But you do have an Ousmane Dembele and a Rolfo in here, which could be interesting for Evos in the future. Now, the biggest part actually of content yesterday that wasn't related to the game, I guess I should say, Vieira in the 83.5s is pretty big, but we had news of another patch coming to this game, guys. The one that we thought was going to be dropping maybe in early February because EA usually spread these patches out pretty far ahead of each other, but this one evidently is coming really soon, maybe as early as today. The rumor is that this update file might be dropped today, and we have all these major changes here. The bottom line with this update is all of the major points that they are touching on. It sounds very good. very good, like a huge, incredible update here. Reducing the tacklebacks, more offensive fluid gameplay, enabling you to move the ball easier. Stuff that has been the biggest problems in this game for the entirety of this year. It sounds like they're taking action to at least make better. We'll see how it gets implemented. But if you want to see my full review on this, there's so much to discuss with it. I don't want to spend too much time talking about it today because a lot of you have already seen it and heard about it. If you want to see my full review on it, we went through it on the second channel. I'll link that right above right here where we talked through every single part of this. Now, I will say the big thought was that this gameplay update was going to nerf finesse shots. EA's actually doing the opposite, guys. They are buffing finesse shots, but I want to make this clear. They are only buffing finesse shots for players who do not have the finesse shot playstyle or playstyle plus. They were saying it was too hard to score regular finesse shots inside of the box with basically every other player in the game. Some people have taken that news of them buffing finesse shots out of context and out of proportion, and cards like this Hyunmin Sun actually went up more yesterday, but really, I think this may have just been people buying back some of those finesse plus cards that were panic sold last week when we had this news of finesse shots being patched, and that is not the case. There's many other things that's making the market move from that update. Make sure you check out the second channel video after this one and you get the full update there. I will also link that down in the description of this video, that patch notes website, if you want to read through it on your own. There's a lot of good changes in there, a lot of reason to be excited about those changes. Of course, we always take it with a pinch of salt and wait and see how it actually plays out in game. Now, let's talk Team of the Year, guys. Let's talk what we're really here for today. The dates, the schedule. You see on the loading screen, available in 1 day, 13 hours. You see 3 fine Team of the Year attackers on the screen here. There's going to be more than 3 cards in packs. There's going to be 6 cards in packs, and we have all the official stats of those that are going to be dropped. But first, let's look at the calendar. Those are the cards coming into packs straight away this Friday with the attackers. Guys, the attackers have been the first cards released in packs for Team of the Year for a very long time. It's at least been 3 or 4 years. At one point, they started with defenders first. That had no hype. So we're going back to the attackers. We will have both the men's 3 and the women's front 3 attackers released in packs tomorrow on Friday. With them, we will hopefully also have Team of the Year icons. We'll get to that in a second, but this is how the calendar should be shaking up. Of course, we started Team of the Year warm-up on Tuesday. Tomorrow we'll have the attackers in packs and maybe the icons. Then on Sunday, we will have the midfielders. So it kind of goes in a staggered release. You have the attackers in packs for 2 days. Then the attackers go out of packs. You have the midfielders come in for 2 days. Then the midfielders go out of packs. Then the defenders are in for 2 days. And then on Thursday, the 23rd, you have the full Team of the Year 11 or 22, both men's and women's Team of the Years in packs, along with the Team of the Year icons are fully released by then, unless EA is going to do it different this year. And then on the 24th, next Friday, we will have the 12th man and women added to Team of the Year, along with Team of the Year honorable mentions. So that's kind of how the promo shakes out. And then everything will be in packs from the 24th until the 30th or the 31st. Sometime in there, it should be just about a 2-week promo, a 2-week craziness of Team of the Year. So that's kind of how the schedule looks like, guys. Now, I want to touch on Team of the Year icons a bit more. These are the leaked cards for Team of the Year icons. Now, not all of them are going to be in packs. We actually have one of these now leaked as an SBC. However, these are the Team of the Year icons that we should be seeing this year, most of them being in packs. These are not official stats, but big names, right? Pelé, Puskás, Henry. We've taken a look at some of these cards already in leaks. The Henry stat upgrade was a very, very big one. Same thing, the other card on the loading screen, I think, was Pelé, and I forget who the third card was. It was Koeman. Koeman got a really big upgrade as well. So those will have hype. The way EA did Team of the Year icons last year is they dropped half of the team on Friday with Team of the Year attackers. We had 3 men's Team of the Year, 3 women's Team of the Year, and then half of the icons. And then with the defenders dropping later in the week on, it would be the 21st this year, that's when we got the second half of Team of the Year icons. I believe if my research from last year was correct, it was kind of a staggered release of those icons. So this Friday, we will have icons in packs and attackers. Not all of the icons, but some of them. So that's kind of what you can expect for this Friday. And that's why we kind of asked the question, when do we want to open our packs? With all these Team of the Years coming with the staggered releases and different cards and packs at different times, the saying always used to be, wait till the full team was released and all the cards are in packs to open your packs. But now, with how EA changes the pack weight almost every year, specifically last year, we remember it, I'm opening packs from the get-go. I'm going to kind of portion out my packs. I'm going to open some on the 17th with the attackers, some with the midfielders, some with the defenders, and then we'll really start opening everything on the 23rd and the 24th. So definitely save. I think if you have like an 85-30 or an 85 times 20, I think those packs are really good to save for like the full team. When you have more cards in packs, just gives you a higher chance of getting something crazy. I don't have anything that big. I got 83 10s, 82 20s from Weekend League rewards. I got some big packs from the season. I might save those a bit, but like 85 doubles. Definitely the position specific packs. You can feel free to open those during the position specific releases as well. But I wanted to lay out all this information for you guys because, of course, we're kind of trying to plan for ourselves. Maybe there's a player that you like the most out of this team of the year that you want to try to open packs for. So this can help you plan that out and just kind of get a roadmap of what is to come. Now, let's get into the leaks, guys. These team of the year attackers, of course, EA showed us a loading screen, which, man, these card designs, bro, with 3 playstyle pluses, they look crazy, right? We have official stats, guys, for all 6 team of the year cards coming to packs tomorrow. Here they are. These are not official dynamic images, but official stats and playstyle pluses for these cards. Vinny Jr. looks the craziest of all of these, in my opinion, at least for the men. He's got technical finesse, quick step with 99 pace, 91 shooting, 90 passing, 98 dribble for him. Kylian Mbappe's got Trivela, power shot, and rapid with 99 pace, 95 shooting, 97 dribbling. This card's probably, even though he's a little bit lower rated, we did a look back, at least in the past 3 years, every single team of the year on Mbappe has been 97. This year he dips below to a 96. That's going to be an insane card still nonetheless. I think he's going to be, if he's on the market, he probably will be extinct at 15 mil like most years, but at least 13 mil for sure. Of course, that depends on the pack weight. Mohamed Salah. This card I'm really excited for, man. After trying out his Globetrotters yesterday, he is still him. Finesse, Trickster Plus, and Rapid. Maybe would have liked something other than the Rapid or the Trickster, but that's going to be a very, very good card. Hopefully he's got the 5 skills and the 4-star weak foot there. Now, moving on to the women's cards. Honestly, these look just as cracked, if not more cracked, than the men's. This Caroline Graham-Hansen might rival Vinny as the best card in Team of the Year. For the attackers, Rapid, Trivela, and Trickster, and you just know how insane she is. Using her gold card, I would still stack her gold card up against some of the better right wings in this game. She is so broken. And Sophia Smith with 98 pace, power shot, and quick step. That's going to be a busted card. You've got Lauren James here too with press proven, technical, and the Trickster. The press proven's a little bit of a head shaker. We would have taken something other than that for sure. Maybe a power shot or even like a whipped pass plus maybe. Press proven's not bad. After using it with the attacking Avalanche Evo player, for me it's Pulisic. It's still very good. But I think from this team of the year attackers list, I mean, Vinny, Salah, Hansen, of course Mbappe, all of them look crazy. If you pack any of them, you're going to be absolutely stoked. These cards look really, really good. Now, I will say this. I kind of shouted a price prediction for Mbappe. Everybody looks forward to, or a lot of you guys look forward to, my price predictions for the team of the year cards. Each year we do a video. We're going to add that into the video tomorrow as we head into team of the year. We're going to look at the full entire team. We might have some more leaked stats by then for official stats on players, and we'll take a look at some of those prices and kind of implement that as a part of the video coming tomorrow. Now, let's move on with the leaks because we have more official ratings, not all stats, but official ratings for a lot of the other players in team of the year. We don't have any 98s or 99s this year. EA's kind of continuing the trend of the past few years where they save those for team of the season, for the end of the year in footies. They're only giving us 95s, 6s, and 7s, and there are 6 97s here. Rodri, Bellingham, Vinny, Bonmati, Smith, and Hansen are the highest rated players in team of the year, with Mbappe, VVD, Salah, and Putellas being 96 rated. So that's really interesting. We do have the full women's team now that's been leaked as well. With the attackers, we've got Wendy Renard, Guduraitin, Lucy Bronze, Karchawi, Bonmati. We've got Paredes, which is the Barcelona center back, and Lauren James. We do not have the keeper leaked yet for the women's team. Remember, last year it was Earps, and she was packed all the time. I think she was the cheapest team of the year. So we're still waiting on who the goalkeeper is going to be, but those are the leaks for the full women's team of the year. I'm specifically excited for Guduraitin and Karchawi. I think they might be a little bit cheaper, but they could be super duper good cards. Let's take a look at SBCs, guys. We've been waiting. We've been saying, who's going to be our big SBCs? I know we even mentioned in yesterday's video, like, yeah, Vieira's cool. The Dino that might be coming today, the Jarzinho, those are cool. The Jap Stem, those are cool. But what about Team of the Year player SBCs, guys? This adds to the league craziness. We've got him. KDB was not in the Team of the Year voting. He is getting the big Team of the Year flashback SBC this year. My goodness, what a card. Deserved, I think. He's been in Team of the Year for so many years in a row. Didn't get in this year. He was the guy that I thought was going to get in. If you guys watch the streams, you know we kind of predicted this, to be honest. But this card's going to be absolutely insane. And you have to imagine, well, I guess you can't assume, but EA could go a lot of ways with this. This is predicted stats for this card for KDB. He's got a 93 rated Thunderstruck card. For sure, they got to give him at least 2 playstyle pluses, right? I don't know if they would give him 3. Maybe our Team of the Year Icon SBC would have 3. Maybe all the Team of the Year Icon and regular Team of the Year SBCs that we get for players like honorable mentions and stuff are only going to have 2, and they'll save the 3 playstyle pluses for cards and packs. That is something we're still yet to see yet, but this KDB, this one's going to be insane, guys. I'm going to guess 2 playstyle pluses. This guy was 1.5 million yesterday. He's now 1 million. What a card. He was insane in game. Last year, if we did his flashback at the very beginning of the year, he's always cracked in game. Of course, a lot of people have links to him with the free Hollands that they gave out in that pack glitch a couple of weeks ago. This is one that I will be looking at very closely. Depending on the stats and how good he is, I would also expect this SBC to be dropped very soon, potentially as early as tomorrow and Friday. So definitely watch out for this KDB. That's insane. Watch out for other midfielders as well. I know a lot of people really wanted to buy the expensive Frankie de Jong for his 99 passing. And sure, he's got the Barca links here and he's got 99 passing and 2 playstyles. But this is the exact type of card that even though it's up in price, he's 2 million coins, right? He was 1.8 mil a couple days ago. That's the exact type of card, top tier, elite tier, center midfielder that could be still impacted by how good this KDB looks. So we'll be watching very closely to see how cracked they boost this KDB. Do they make him 94? Hopefully they do. Now, we have another icon, and it's Casillas, and he's an SBC as well. This is where the questions for me start to come in for the Team of the Year Icon SBCs. Last year, we had George Best on that first weekend as an attacker, but this is the first leak that we have. It's Casillas, and that's his official card, actually. He's got the, footwork, and he's got the top bin saves. I can't think of what that playstyle plus is called. The one that Buffon has, where you can make the crazy diving saves to the top bin shots. Casillas, we had a lot of goalkeepers recently, right? With numeral foot, we had the Buffon SBC. This one for me is cool. 2 playstyle pluses on a keeper is definitely pretty cool as well. We'll see how OP that is in game. I think that'll be something worth considering. The price will probably be the point to this SBC that we'll be contesting the most to see if it is worth it or not. But that's at least a decent card. I mean, let's be honest. Casillas was one of the most cracked keepers last year. So many people wanted to use him. I forget what version of the card that he had, but that was a really crazy card there. So we'll see what happens with Casillas. That could also be coming out tomorrow, even though it's not an attacker. It could be coming out tomorrow. We'll have to see. We'll have to watch for more leaks. Now, guys, you thought those were crazy leaks, right? Of course, the Casillas, right? The KDB. We finally got our big name flashback out of the way. This next leak, I was not prepared for. I don't think anybody was prepared for this. Guys, EA have just added the following players to come out as Team of the Year icons, or at least they've been added to the code in some way, shape, or form. Maradona. Yes. He has not been in this game. How long has it been? FIFA 21? FIFA 22? Maybe even, I think 21 or 20. Earlier than that even. He has not been in the game since then, and people have been hoping, crying was the word I was thinking, for his return because we want Maradona back in this game. What a player. He was so fun to use. RIP Maradona, obviously. Beckenbauer as well. I mean, I don't think Beckenbauer has been in the game since they went from calling them icons. They used to be like legends, right? He left, I think it was like FIFA 16, 17, or 18. That was like in my early years of playing this game. Beckenbauer is added to come back into this game with Maradona as well. And then I think this is bonkers. They've also added Gervinho, Doumbia, and Ibarbo. How? How are those guys getting added back into this game? I saw a sick graphic on Twitter where it had all 3 of those guys in like FIFA 15, in like the picture or whatever. That is insane, bro. Those are cards for me that are so emotional because that was one of my first years of Ultimate Team, and using those players were insane, man, with the pace that they have. Do they deserve to be icons? I don't know. That's the thing that's making me really question this. Are these cards actually coming out as icons? Like the Gervinho, the Doumbia, the Abarbo? Or is it going to be like a throwback FIFA 15 content piece where they're going to throw those guys in the game? Maybe they got specific rights to them somehow, or they have something new that they can do with flashback cards to previous years or something like that, and they're going to drop them as a set of 3. I don't know. The opportunities are endless here. EA's bringing out something crazy for Team of the Year related to the icons and heroes. Maybe they're going to be heroes. Who knows? So we will wait for more news and leaks on this, but like, guys, this is insane, bro. I literally just went back to the market to see, can I search Maradona yet? I'm sure there's going to be like a squad update when he's about to be dropped. You can't search Maradona. He's not in here yet. Same thing with Beckenbauer. So don't go searching for them. They're not like listed in here yet. But once you see them on the menus here, that's when you know that it's going to get pretty real. So we'll await more leaks based on that. And then this leak is right up there with that last one, guys. Zidane, we mentioned him in yesterday's video. He's getting a Team of the Year Eras 2002 icon card. That is the official card design. So we're getting a Zidane. And when I say we're getting a Zidane, yeah, it sounds like it's free, okay? Because EA added a pack to the code called the Team of the Year Eras 2002 icon. Contains one Team of the Year Eras 2002 icon Zidane. So whenever they add a pack to the code like this, it's not like we're doing an SBC or like opening a store pack to get Zidane. Usually it means it's free. I don't know if this is something new coming to the game either, but that's crazy. Maybe it's kind of like, I don't think it'd be a loan. It doesn't say anything about a loan. I have no idea what this is, man. I mean, could this be like how they gave us the free Jude Bellingham and the Bonmati? That was a player pick, right? We had the choice between those two. Maybe this will be a super low rated of Zinedine Zidane. There's no way they're going to go out and give us, even this version of Zidane, still 1.7 million coins. It's got to be like an on this day type of icon situation where it's a lower rated one. Maybe it's 90 rated, has 2 playstyle pluses, but a lot lower stats, and maybe he's not even 5-star. We don't know. Again, the jury's out on this one. We have no more leaks as of right now, but this is yet again another insane leak. This Zidane card says that it's up, but overall, if you take a look at his graph, he was 3.2 million yesterday on Tuesday. He went up, actually, right as the market was rising, but now he's down into the 2.7 mil range again because of this leak. So this one's crazy too, because if they're somehow going to figure out a way to give out a Zidane card to all of us, we were hoping this might have been like an SBC, which would have been crazy. But now that it's a pack here, our hopes are very high. It might not be something that they give out to us. We'll have to see. But I don't even know what to think about this either, man. This is crazy. Team of the Year Eras 2002. Eras, are we on the Taylor Swift tour, man? I don't know. But Zidane's a big name, and EA is going to find out something cool to do with that. Now, I want to draw your attention to this pack code one more time because it actually confirms some of the first Team of the Year honorable mentions. Gurma, Johnston, and Miku Datse, a Summer of Football pack. So that kind of confirms the first Team of their honorable mentions here with the Miku Datse card. Those are his official stats. First touch plus, only 1 playstyle plus, but you'd have to imagine he'd be one of the lower rated cards, hopefully, as a 90 rated in Team of the Year honorable mentions. I mean, that looks like a very usable card. Maybe could make a fun squad with Kavicha with the links there, especially with Kavicha moving to PSG is what I heard, I believe. That would be maybe not on this card yet, but for future links, that could be nice. But yeah, that pack has been added to the code there. That one was something I wanted to mention. But yeah, this is a Zidane leak. Yeah, that goes pretty crazy. Okay, guys, we're not done yet. We have one more leak related to Zidane. It is that there's a new evolution coming that is related to Zidane as well. Now, this might sound familiar. Remember how we had the Jude Bellingham, the Hey Jude Evo that was dropped earlier in the year? It was a evolution that was inspired, right? That was the wording that they used. Inspired by Jude Bellingham. And of course, I haven't even done it yet. It's still sitting here. It gave out the Relentless Plus, Playstyle Plus. There was some nice upgrades alongside with it, and it boosted your card up to an 86 rated, which was pretty high. I'm still saving this maybe for a future evolution like combo situation, but there's evidently a Zidane Unleashed Evo that's going to be coming out that is for club members only, which if you don't know what club membership is, if you guys remember, there were the 2 Evos at the start of the year. There was the Ultimate Edition Evolution, which was for getting the Ultimate Edition, and then there was the Club Member Evo, which I actually have a card that is in right now. This was for FC Club members. I think you had to play FC 24 to be a club member, if I remember correctly. But this Evo was like a free one that everybody got if you were a club member. So if you got this club member reward, then you're going to be getting this one as well. We have no idea what kind of boost it's going to give, what kind of stat boost, or maybe it boosts to 5-star 5s. I mean, it is Zidane, so we'll have to see what comes of that. But guys, those leaks are insane. Honestly, I'm looking at the market right now and I'm like, you doing okay? Like, how we doing after those leaks, market? And really, the market's not down that much. If you look at most prices, it's pretty flat. I actually picked up a Salah yesterday to use. I haven't sold him yet. He's up in price. I just selling off a couple of my cards, but really the market's just pretty level, and I'm not in a hurry to sell cards right now. That's not the vibe that I'm trying to give you guys. I think there could be some more panic on the market today. There could be some prices that drop back down. But if you're somebody that picked up a player for your team already, like let's say you picked up an Mbappe special card, I think Mbappe specials are still right around 3 million for the team of the week card, and yeah, 2.95. That's up 400,000 coins, right? If you bought him for 2.6 or below, just hold the line, right? If you bought any of those insane cards, maybe like it's little sis Mia Hamm, she's 1.6 mil. She's gone up 250,000 coins. That's a big rise, right? Hold the line. Maybe it's a Sonny that you bought. Maybe it's this Mbappe. Maybe it's R9. Maybe it's this Dino. This Dino was 4 million flat yesterday. Now he's 4.3. I think that top tier upper echelon of those players that are the most meta, those are going to be fine. You're going to be fine with those cards. The only ones that I'd maybe worry about a little bit would be players maybe like that De Jong. I mean, De Jong wouldn't have a huge impact on the market, but if you wanted to buy this De Jong still, this KDB SBC might actually bring you another opportunity to get this card at a lower price. He's now just a smidge under 2 million. Maybe he gets panic sold when KDB comes out because people want to use that card. Of course, we'll see what the stats are. I think there's going to be a little bit more panic on the market today. I don't expect a lot of people to be buying too much unless it's lower tier. I know we have division rivals rewards. That's maybe going to supply the market a little bit. We'll talk about fodder in a second. But as you guys know, not very many people are opening packs right now. I got to get one more point in rivals to get myself the reward upgrade. We went on a tear yesterday with that Salah. Literally won like 4 or 5 games in a span of an hour and a half. We need one more point, and we get a reward upgrade there in Division 2, by the way. Those would be my best rewards so far of the year, and what a better time to have them than Team of the Year. But honestly, if you're invested already, like I mentioned, I would just keep holding on to those cards. For the rest of the market, I still think we're going to see, once we get to Friday, a very nice rebound on a lot of prices. It's just all about figuring out which cards are going to have the good rebounds. Like this Eder Militao, very rare card, right? If he goes back down to 1.4 million coins flat, that's a great price to buy. This Griezmann, right? He was 1.9. He's now in the 1.7s. He's back down just a little bit. But this is a finesse plus card that a lot of people like to use, and he's a card that I still believe in the long term will go up in the next couple of weeks. Guys, so many coins are going to be basically created with all the packs that are going to be open this weekend. You're going to have a really nice market rise still. I believe that even with where we are with the leaks and the craziness and all that that's going on. Sure, there might be some changes, right? Maybe EA gives out some free stuff like that Zidane. Maybe prices dip a little bit. But overall, I do believe you will see a market that continues to rise on the top tier most meta players specifically. Now, let's talk about fodder. I want to discuss this too because as I mentioned in the beginning, the price of the Vieira SBC is down. Look at Haaland, 32K for Haaland. He was 40K selling on Monday, right? He was 41,000 coins Monday night on Sunday, right? As people were doing these SBCs. And over the last couple of days, they've just been dropping down. The reason why fodder, especially on the top tier, is dropping down right now is because number one, we haven't got leaks of exchanges yet, and some people were holding out for those. But number two, I think a lot of people are now not opening packs, so therefore they're not going and doing the icon and the hero picks. This weekend, once people start opening packs again, that is going to change. One of my favorite investments for this Friday is investing in higher rated fodder after the pack supply for Team of the Year. So after a couple hours of people opening their packs, get on bids for 89s, 90s, and 91s. We're going to have a big SBC like KDB out. We're going to have those icon picks out. People are going to be opening packs, getting fodder in their clubs, and having that demand for doing SBCs again. And that's going to make these cards go back up. Now, will they go to 40K? I don't know if, Rodri and Haaland are going to go back to 40,000 coins. But what I would tell you is, these cards might be under 30K. It's going to be a lot of supply in the market. We're going to talk more about that tomorrow, of course, as we head into Friday. But there's going to be a lot of supply on those cards. That's one of my favorite investments of the weekend. And there's going to be an overall market drop tomorrow as well that we can probably pick up on before it goes up and further into the sky after the first cards are released, and of course after people start opening packs. That's the big kicker. Now, to end off the video, a lot of info today. Sorry guys, it's just so much going on in this game. It's very hype. Let's end it off with what content do we expect to see today? Well, we get one big player SBC per day. There's only one big player that has not been released yet. And if the loading screen shows here, it is 93 Ronaldinho. Of course, EA told us that they're giving us his SBC. He's probably going to be today as he's a part of Team of the Year warm-up. The thing for Ronaldinho is, what's the price going to be? His card, I think, right now is 2.8 mil, 2.7, 2.8 million coins. Is EA going to price this SBC like they did Vieira? Is this going to be a 2.5 million Dino? I hope it is. I would be interested. Even though he doesn't have a lot of play styles and a lot of roles, I would still be interested because it's Ronaldinho. But it's all going to come down to the price. But again, if you want Dino, that's going to be a great SBC for you to start crafting during Team of the Year. The other SBC we expect today is probably one that you could have guessed, the 83x5 Defenders Pack. And one quick word I want to say about this is, so far EA's been straight on track with how they've required these SBCs compared to last year, and I believe the 83.5 Defender had an 86 rated player requirement last year. So maybe today, if there is a bit of a drop on 86s, which they are up, yesterday they were 6.2K up to 7.3, they're still 7.4. I think you might be able to buy these for a quick flip today, but again, I want to say this, if you have fodder and you don't want to mess with it, I would say sell it. That's if you don't want to mess with it. If you bought any of these high rateds, like let's say you bought Odegaards and Hegerbergs and 89s for 13K or below, hold if you want, right? Unless you really want to take the coins and take the quick cash. They're still 18K. It's pretty good, right? 90s are 25. If you bought those for 20, I think you can hold. If you bought 91s for less than 25K, which I know a lot of you did, I think I would hold because they're going to go back up, hopefully to where they were earlier in the week. But if they do drop a little bit, today on the 86s specifically, you might be able to make a quick flip trade with that. And one thing I will say is, get out of the lower rated fodder tonight. 83s, 84s, and 85s, you definitely want to sell. You know what I haven't talked about yet? Team of the Week cards. Or if I did, I completely forget because there's so much going on. Team of the Week cards, guys. Do not sell these yet. I think these are a hold. These are being panic sold as well. Sorry I waited this late in the video to discuss this, but these are 15,000 coins at the moment. I believe that these still are going to go back up to 17, 18K where you were getting sales at earlier this week. People are selling these because investors want to get out of their cards because they see the leaks and they see that there's, people that are going to be opening packs. There's a new Team of the Week that's out as well. It's bringing a little bit of supply in. So what my advice would be to you is, if you bought Team of the Weeks for 13 or 14K, I think you're still fine to hold unless you really need your coins. Then you can take the coins. But I think these should spike back up. The best time to sell Team of the Weeks will be at the content drop an hour later and like around that time, right? When everybody's doing the 83 times 10s, that's going to be the best time to sell Team of the Weeks. I do believe they will get back up to 18, 19K. It might be next week during the second half of Team of the Year when a lot of people's packs have dried up and fodder has dried up. So that's one thing I will mention there. But Team Leagues are panic sold a little bit. I think that's investors mostly. Last thing, it's Thursday. Besides what we just had there, I'm not expecting too much else. We should have one or two player of the month today, though. Paulo Dybala is the Serie A player of the month, and Moise Kean's SBC is expiring, so this one should replace him. That could be a nice card as well if you're a Serie A fan. Dybala is always cracked in game, so watch out for that today. And I do believe Mason Greenwood has won the League One Player of the Month. We haven't seen an SBC dropped for him yet, even though I believe the previous League One Player of the Month player SBC already expired. If that was Jonathan David, maybe, but I think that one's gone. We'll see if we get a Mason Greenwood Player of the Month. That'll be something to watch for today too. So marquee matchups on Thursday as always, and then maybe something else last minute from EA. We'll see if they give us something last minute objectives or SBCs to save for Team of the Year. But guys, it's almost here, man. Tomorrow is Team of the Year. I'm super excited for it, and there's just so much to talk about. Let me know in the comments what you're the most excited for. Make sure to check out the second channel for more of a review on this new patch that could be coming today. Watch out for more official EA communication on that, and of course, watch out for the leaks, guys. If you're excited for Team of the Year, drop a big thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Comment down below if you have any questions, and I will see you guys today on stream and in a YouTube video tomorrow. It's been TheFutAccountant. Happy Team of the Year. Peace out.